Shocking! Something strange has been spotted in the solar system, and we have finally found out what this strange thing is. In 2017, scientists detected an object that was moving through the solar system that had a peculiar appearance. This strange visitor, which has been given the name Oumuamua, came within a month's distance of the Sun before it was discovered by our radars. By that time, it had already begun its voyage across the cosmos, racing away from our solar system as it did so. Particularly due to the fact that it was the first known interstellar object to visit our solar system, its arrival attracted enormous intrigue and attention among the general public. The unexplained acceleration of the object as it approached the Sun prompted an astronomer from Harvard to consider the possibility that it was an alien spacecraft. Nevertheless, astronomers have just uncovered a rationalization that can account for the actions of the extrasolar guest. Why then did Oumuamua experience an acceleration unlike any other when it was so close to the Sun? Did it in fact have any connection to the civilizations of other worlds? In conclusion, and most crucially, how will this research shed light on the mystery surrounding the origin of the heavenly object? Well, something strange has been spotted in the solar system, and it might just be the answer we all been waiting for. Oumuamua captured the interest of astronomers due to the fact that it possessed a number of unusual properties. To begin, it was an odd shape, assuming the appearance of a long, slender cigar that could reach a length of up to 400 meters. This particular shape had never been seen before in any other comet or asteroid that was discovered in the solar system. Second, while it orbited the Sun like any other asteroid or comet, it was spinning like a bottle on its side, giving it a characteristic that has never been seen before. Astronomers gave it the name Oumuamua, which is Hawaiian for a messenger from afar arriving first. This was given to the object because it was the first known interstellar visitor. It came from the direction of Vega, which is 25 light-years away, and is one of the brightest stars in the night sky. The velocity of Oumuamua was significantly higher than what was anticipated by the principles of classical mechanics, and its behavior could not be adequately explained by gravity alone. In addition, unlike a typical comet, the object did not appear to have any ice on its surface or emit any gases. Even the solar energy that it was exposed to was unable to account for its peculiar acceleration, which led to the hypothesis that it was being subjected to a force that was not gravitational. On the other hand, the origin of this force could not be established. Researchers started coming up with a variety of different genesis theories as a response to this mystery. The most intriguing of these hypotheses proposed that Oumuamua was actually an extraterrestrial spaceship with a light sail that was built to harness the power of sunlight. Researchers from Harvard put out the hypothesis that the object was a slender disk designed by a technologically adept extraterrestrial civilization to navigate the Milky Way. Despite the fact that the results of this theory matched the data that was available, many people found it difficult to believe the idea that Oumuamua was related with an extraterrestrial civilization. As a consequence of this, new explanations that were more natural were presented. These explanations were simpler, making them simpler to swallow and absorb. The term cometary outgassing refers to the process that takes place when a comet gets within a few astronomical units of the Sun. This causes the comet's surface to expel gases and dust that have been heated by the Sun. The coma and tail that can sometimes be seen orbiting a comet are often the result of this process. The outgassing of gases from the comet's surface results in the comet being subjected to pressure, which is an additional source of acceleration. This is analogous to the way in which the thrust of a rocket is provided by the exhaust gases. The issue, however, is that this phenomena only accounts for a portion of the acceleration that was seen in Oumuamua, and the outgassing that it underwent was distinct from what is seen in ordinary comets. In the year 2020, astronomers put forward the hypothesis that the acceleration of the object could be explained by the sublimation of molecular hydrogen. In the process of sublimation, a solid substance undergoes a transformation that causes it to directly transition into its gaseous form, bypassing the liquid phase entirely. However, because molecular hydrogen neither emits nor reflects light, It is extremely difficult to detect using typical spectrographic techniques. This is one of the factors that makes the detection of molecular hydrogen so difficult. Because of this, it would not have been feasible to detect the presence of molecular hydrogen even if the extrasolar visitor had been exhaling it into the atmosphere. When another research showed that it was exceedingly implausible for Oumuamua to be a molecular hydrogen iceberg, things became even more complicated. This was due to the fact that the freezing conditions required for the creation of such icebergs did not occur in the region where Oumuamua was found. The fact that this was the case raised the question of how it could possibly hold hydrogen under such unfavorable conditions. In addition, assuming hydrogen was present, how could it possibly be sublimating in order to account for the acceleration that was observed? These are some of the questions that have been asked about Oumuamua, and researchers are working very hard to find answers. Astronomers went back through the data that was accessible to them in order to have a better grasp of the strange behavior shown by Oumuamua. They were taken aback when they uncovered a seemingly simple rationale for something that had previously escaped them. Irradiation is the key to unlocking the mystery of the solution. Ionizing radiation has the ability to break the water molecules that are present in an object, which results in the production of molecular hydrogen. It is possible that the radiation is the result of a chemical reaction that is analogous to the one that is taking place with this heavenly body. According to the model that was developed by the researchers, Oumuamua was most likely an icy planetesimal when it first began its trip. It was irradiated at low temperatures by cosmic rays when it was traveling through interstellar space. Nevertheless, it was heated up as it traveled through the solar system because of these rays. Experiments have demonstrated that when solar rays warm ice, the ice undergoes a transformation from an amorphous structure to a crystal structure, which causes hydrogen gas bubbles to be expelled from the ice. This process might be able to explain both the reported acceleration as well as the sublimation of molecular hydrogen that was found on Oumuamua. According to the model developed by the researchers, the acceleration of Oumuamua might be explained by the release of hydrogen bubbles, which would have been created by the crystallization of Oumuamua's ice as it moved closer to the sun. According to the findings, the vast majority of the hydrogen that is generated as a byproduct of in situ processing of ice is retained inside the water matrix until it is heated to temperatures ranging from 15 to 140 Kelvin. If the rock has a low conductivity profile, these temperatures can be achieved between 50 and 250 centimeters below the surface of Oumuamua. As the figure in the research report demonstrates, however, in order to achieve a better thermal conductivity, the needed temperatures must be achieved at depths of approximately 8 meters or less. Although outgassing is a phenomenon that frequently occurs in comets, the acceleration effects that are connected with it are essentially imperceptible for comets that are several kilometers across. On the other hand, due to Oumuamua's little size, molecule outgassing has the potential to impart a force sufficient to result in a noticeable acceleration. Therefore, one of the best natural explanations for the behavior of the first interstellar visitor is that it behaved in this way. On the other hand, this might not be the last word. Avi Loeb, an astrophysicist who hypothesized that Oumuamua was an alien technology, has a different viewpoint regarding the surface temperature of the object, and a paper has been submitted that outlines this viewpoint. These scientists even proposed the theory that Oumuamua could be an alien spacecraft. However, more natural explanations were proposed, including the possibility that its acceleration was caused by the sublimation of molecular hydrogen. Detecting this process proved challenging due to the inability to observe molecular hydrogen using standard spectrographic techniques. Further studies disputed the notion that Oumuamua could be a molecular hydrogen iceberg, leaving the question of its hydrogen content unanswered. Researchers explore possible explanations for the anomalous behavior of the celestial object known as Oumuamua. They propose that ionizing radiation could have caused sublimation of molecular hydrogen from the icy planetesimal as it passed through the solar system. This sublimation, resulting from the crystallization of ice due to solar rays, could explain the observed acceleration of Oumuamua. While this natural explanation seems plausible, astrophysicist Avi Loeb has a different view, suggesting that Oumuamua could be an alien technology. However, without more data or future observations of similar objects, the true nature and origin of Oumuamua remain uncertain. It is currently hard to get a closer look at Oumuamua because it is very far away and moving at a very fast speed. Strange force recently discovered in space. Click on the next video to find out more.